Hey guys, my name is Marta, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all the books that I brought with me to France. I don't think I mentioned it here yet, but I'm going to be spending the summer working in France as an au pair, and I of course have brought many books with me. This video is going to be some sort of weird summer TBR, since I will most likely be reading only this for the summer. I have many books to talk about, so let's begin. Is one that I have sadly DNF, and it is Night Beats by Rachel Yoder. This is a book about a woman who is very angry because of her situation at home, because he has to do everything to take care of her kid, and one day he starts realizing that he's turning into a dog, and the book is all about that. Sadly, I DNF'd this because I wasn't vibing with the story. I found it to be very slow, and I didn't really like the way it was being told. It's a great empowering story, and I do recommend it because you might like it. Next, I have a book that I have already finished, and it is Amélie Nothom's Ni Dev Ni Dadam. I will leave the English cover here because I don't remember the title yet. I think it's Tokyo Fiancé or something like that. This is a autobiographical story by Amélie Nothomb in which she talks about her love story with her Japanese fiance. It's a very short fan book that I will be reviewing very soon, since I have already finished it. And yeah, I love Amélie Nothomb, so this one was great. And next I have the 3 books that I am currently reading, and then we will move on to everything else that I have here with me. First we have John Didio's The White Album. This is a collection of short little essays, I would say. It's great. I'm a few pages in, and so far so good. It's my first John Didion, and I am super excited to finally check her out. I am really vibing with her writing style at the moment, and I think it's going to be an author that I will be reading more from. Next, I have Gustave Flaubert's Madame Bovary. This is a very popular French classic about a woman named Emma Bovary who is not happy with her marriage and starts seeing other people. I don't know how to say it. It's a very popular French classic from the 19th century that has a very similar story to books such as Anna Karenina. I had always wanted to read it, and I thought that it would be great to have it with me, and I have finally started it, and it's great so far. So yeah, really enjoying it. I will probably make a video on it once it's done. And last book I'm currently reading is Sorrowland by River Solomon. This is about this woman who has just given birth to twins, and it's living alone in the forest because she has left the compound she was living in. It's all about colonization, about the way black people are treated in the United States. It's a dystopian novel. So far it's great, it's intriguing, and I've heard nothing but amazing reviews about it, so I am very excited to continue reading it. Now, moving on to everything else I have here with me, we have Ottessa Moshfegh's My Year of Rest and Relaxation. This is a very popular novel that lots of people have been reading lately, and I cannot wait to get into. I don't know much about it, but the fact that it is great, that it is very empowering, and Ottessa Moshfegh has been getting a lot of hype lately, and I can't wait to finally read something by her. So yeah, super excited to get into this one. Next I have Rachel Katz's The Country Life. This is a not so popular cask novel, but it's going to be my first cask. It's about a woman who's working as an au pair, just like me, so I think it's going to be a fun read, very relatable, and hopefully I will like cask and I will read all of her other books. Next I have Douglas Stuart Young Mango. This is Douglas Stuart's latest novel. He is the author of Shaggy Bane, a novel for which he won the Booker Prize. This is about 2 gay people in Glasgow One of them named Young Mongo. It's about the life of working class people, I think, as well as about how being a gay man in that time period was. I think it's set in the 90s, 80s maybe. I am not completely sure, but it will probably be great. I've heard mixed reviews, but most of the bad reviews are from people that have read Shaggy, and I haven't read Shaggy yet, so hopefully I will like this. Next, I have Maggie Nelson's The Argonauts. I don't know anything about this, but I've always wanted to read some Maggie Nelson, so I am excited to read it. Next, I have Toni Morrison's Beloved. This is Toni Morrison's most well-known and popular novel. It's supposed to be a beautiful story, magical realism about Black people, about slavery. I've always been intrigued by this one, but I have never managed to pick it up despite putting it in every single TBR I make. So finally it's here with me. I'm gonna read it, I promise. I will not leave France without having read this book. Next I have Iris Murdoch, A Fairly Honorable Defeat. Don't know what it's about. I've always wanted to read some Iris Murdoch. So yeah, I have this with me. I think it's one of her most well-known ones. Hopefully I will like it. Iris Murdoch sounds like an author that I'm going to absolutely adore. So hopefully she will do her job and I will like it. Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. This is a romance book. Supposed to be for sad girls, or so people say on Goodreads. And yeah, don't know much about it, but the fact that it's hot and that it's a romance. The title sounds good. I am not much into romance, but I wanna get a bit into the genre, so hopefully I will like this since it's been labeled as a literary romance and I like literary fiction, so hopefully will be a good starting point for me. And Tyler French Brave. Don't know nothing about it, but the fact that it takes place during the summer, need to know nothing else. Sounds good, sounds fun. I haven't read any Anne Tyler, so I don't know if her stories tend to be sad or happy, but we will find out, and hopefully I will like it as well. Year of the Monkey by Patti Smith. Same as with Young Didion, it's an author that I've been always wanting to read. I think these are essays as well. I have never read any Patti Smith. Hopefully I will love her, this sounds fun. And yeah, nothing else to say but the fact that I am very hyped. Elizabeth Bowen's The Hotel. This is a very short book about some people who are staying in a hotel. This takes place in the summer, so fun summer read, I hope. Faulkner's As I Lay Dying, a classic I've always wanted to read. I haven't read much American fiction, I think, and I want to change that. Hopefully this will be great. It sounds like something I will like. Faulkner's titles sound appealing to me, and hopefully they will do their job. Paul by Daisy Lafarge. A love story set in the south of France. I am where in the south of France. Hopefully this will be fun. Yasmin Ward's Sing and Barbie Sing. This was part of my spring TBR. Didn't read it. Hopefully I will do so this summer. This is about colonialism, Black people in America. Yeah, nothing else to say. I'm intrigued. Proust by Jackie Paulson. This is about a woman who takes care of chicken. Sounds intriguing. I think I'm going to adore it, so cannot wait to read it. Claire Chambers' Small Pleasures. This is about a woman who gets pregnant without having sex. Sounds fun. Have heard great things about it, so gonna see if I like it. How the One-Armed Sister Cleans Her House. This is a generational story about a Jamaican family, I think. Are they Jamaican? Not sure. It's supposed to be great, supposed to be about how slavery affects a family or something like that, about Black people, that I know. I've heard great things about. It was nominated for last year's Women's Prize, didn't win, but hopefully it will be great. The Passion of New by Angela Carter. I love Angela Carter. However, I have never read a full novel by her. Gonna change that. This is supposed to be great and it sounds really appealing. I love the cover, I love the title. Hopefully I will love the novel as well. Speaking of female authors, Slow Days Fast Company, The War, the Flesh and LA by Eve Babbitt. This is semi-fictional auto-fiction story by Eve Babbitt. Don't know much about it. Supposed to be similar to Young Didion. I am really enjoying Young Didion. Hopefully I will like this as well. Mona by Paula Olosho Iraq. I don't know much about this, but it's supposed to be weird. It's supposed to be murder-ish. I think there is a mystery going on. Sounds weird. I love the Spanish cover, and hopefully I will love the book. Cassandra at the Wedding by Dorothy Baker. This is supposed to be about a lesbian woman who is arriving at her sister's wedding. I think it's supposed to be weird. I don't know, but there's something about it that really appeals me. I think that it's because there is the word Cassandra and the story in the title, and I've always been fascinated by the Greek myth of Cassandra. I don't know if it has to do anything with it, but if it does, I would probably like it, or at least I hope so. The Love Songs of Web Dubois by Honore Fanon Jeffers. This is a beast of a book about a black family in America. I don't know if it's a generational story, but if it is, I'm hyped. If it isn't, I am also hyped because there is something about it that really appeals me. And as I've said many times recently, I am very interested right now by Afro-American fiction. So I will hopefully really enjoy this. Here a huge pile of books that I have yet to talk about, and we're going to start with Plain Water by Anne Carson. This is a mix of essays and poetry by Anne Carson. Have never read anything by her, but I've always been intrigued, so hopefully this will be great. I think he's going to be one of those authors that I will really love, so hopefully that will happen. I am getting extremely hot right now, so I'm going to open the door. Next I have Mercedes Rodoreda's The Death in Spring. This is a modernist Catalan novel that has been translated to English, and many English-speaking people are intrigued by. That's something that I am very happy about, because Mercedes Rodoreda is one of my favorite Catalan authors, but I haven't read the book and I wanna do it. So yeah, this was her last novel. It was left unfinished. It's supposed to be very weird, very plotless, and very character-driven. So I love everything that I've read by her so far, and hopefully I will love this one too. Next I have Mary Elizabeth Brandon's The Doctor's Wife. This is some sort of retelling of Madame Bovary, which is a book that I talked about at the beginning of the video, and I want to make a video comparing the two. So yeah, very intrigued to read this one. It's going to be one of my next reads. And yeah, super excited to see what Mary Elizabeth Brandon had to say about the story of Emma Bovary. Maupassant's Boule de Suif, a short story collection by one of my favorite French authors of the 19th century. This is her most popular collection of short stories, besides the Orla. These are supposed to be naturalist stories, I think, so not fantastic like her most well-known one. But yeah, still intrigued, really excited to get to it. Gabriel García Márquez, El amor en los tiempos de cólera, Love in the Times of Cholera in English. This is García Márquez's second most famous novel, I think. I don't know, I read 100 Years of Solitude, 100 Años de Soledad 2 times, loved it, but never read anything else by him. So we're going to change that. Oh, and I have no idea what it is about, by the way. I just know that we probably love Annie Ernaux, Passion Simple, or Simple Passion in English, a short story piece of autofiction about a very passionate affair that the author had. George Sand, La Mago Diable, The Devil's Pool in English, yeah, I remember that. This is supposed to be a love story set in the countryside like most George Sand stories. It's her most famous novel, I think, or one of her most popular ones, and I can't wait to see what it's all about, because it looks extremely similar to a book that I can find, to George Eliot's The Meaning of the Flaws, which is another book that I also want to read this summer. So yeah, we are doing 2 in 1. Jack Kerouac's On the Road, a book that you're supposed to read when you are young to enjoy it, or so my teacher said. This is about a road trip. This is supposed to be one of those books that you either like or hate. I started it back in October, didn't buy with it, put it down, and now I'm going to see if I do like it or if I don't. Thomas Hardy's Test of the D'Urbervilles. Hardy is an author that I've always wanted to read something from. I am closing myself with this book in another country. Hopefully I will finally get to it. And same goes for Zola, Émile Zola. I'm going to be reading Thérèse Raquin. And this is one of his only books that are not part of the Ocean Macaque series. So yeah, I'm gonna read this one. This is supposed to be about this woman who's not happy with her marriage and something sketchy happens. Very intrigued. James Joyce's Dubliners, a book that I was supposed to read in May. Didn't get to it. Hopefully we'll do this summer short story collection about people living in Dublin, supposed to be a realistic portrait of Dublin society at the beginning of the 20th century. Very intrigued, read Evelyn for uni, really liked it. Hopefully I will like the rest of the collection as well. Edith Wharton's Summer. This is a book set in summer. I know that it's not happy, even though I wish it was because of the Goodreads reviews. But hopefully I will like it. I really enjoyed it as from by her. So hopefully I will enjoy summer as well. Clarice Lispector, Agua Viva. I think this is Lispector's most famous story. I don't know anything about it. We'll see what it's all about. Lispector is another that I think I'm going to like. So hopefully I will like that. And will be excited to read the rest of her works. Wolf's Miss Dalloway. Mrs. Dalloway. Yeah, like that. I was going to speak French. This is supposed to be a day in the life of Dalloway, Clarissa Dalloway, who decides to get out of the house and buy the flowers herself. This book takes place in June, so I need to read it before the month is over. Victor Hugo's Notre Dame de Paris. A beautiful love story between Quasimodo and Esmeralda. This was recommended to me by my French teacher. I will read it this summer. This is supposed to be beautiful, but sad and heartbreaking. This sounds great. This sounds like something I will like. Yeah, I am super hyped. Trollops the Warden, another author I've been meaning to read for a while. Very short, his first book in his series that I know that I don't remember the name of at the moment. I think this is set in a small town. It's about a clerk or something like that, but hopefully it will be fun. Hopefully I will like it, and hopefully I will like Trollop. Sylvia Plath's Ariel, her most well-known poetry collection. Sylvia Plath is an author that I can't believe I haven't read yet, so I'm going to think that. And that's why I also have The Bell Jar by her, a sad, depressing book that you're supposed to read when you're not sad and depressed. And right now I am very happy, as you can probably sense by how I am speaking. So yeah, gonna read that. Françoise Sagan's Bonjour Tristesse. I know nothing about this book, but it's Sagan's most favorite story. Gonna read it. Regne Animal by Jean-Baptiste Delamo, translated to English as Animalia. A very sad story for people who love animals like me. This is supposed to be about the violence that takes place in small countries of France that work in the animal industry, killing animals and harming them. This is going to make me very angry, but I think it's an important book, so I'm gonna read it. Kojo Leng, Search Sweet Country. A story of black people in Ghana, supposed to be the Ghanaian novel. Has been compared to Toni Morrison. Sounds good, sounds like something I will like. Hopefully I will do. L'Heptameron by Marguerite de Navarre. I started reading this for uni. I read 2 stories, gonna finish it this summer. That is in the lines of Boccaccio's Decameron. If you like that, try reading this one. It's by a female author, which is a nice take. George Saunders, Lincoln in the Bardo. Saunders is an author that I want to read something by. Hopefully I will like this. No, nothing about this, but it has a very peculiar display on its pages. So we'll see. And last, Karen Bailey's Revenge of the Scapegoat. This is about a woman who runs from her family. It's supposed to be about family issues, about being the black sheep of one's family. Sounds fun and depressing, but that is fun. So hopefully I will like it. And yeah, that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what are you doing this summer and what is your summer TBR. I am so sorry I was acting really weird in this video. I am really happy to be here, and I am very lazy to rearrange all of these books. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. Hopefully I will do some little vlogs here in France. And yeah, I hope you're doing amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!